So not long ago, you communicated some pretty remarkable results, right? In terms of the quarter results and the annual results. What is sort of the summary of that? Because it was pretty terrific.
Yes, it was by a big margin our best result ever in Golden Ocean. We made a net profit of $527 million last year. We're very happy about that. The good news is that we hope to be able to repeat that, maybe even to pass it, let's see, this year. But obviously, when you reach these kind of net profits, keeping in mind we last year probably had a market cap around 2.5 billion, and then 500 million net profit is a substantial amount. But obviously, reaching these kind of levels, you have to have very, very good and strong shipping markets, which we have had. But at the same time, you also need to have positioned your bets correctly, understood in a way that you have to have your vessels, exposed to the spot market and not be on long-term fixed contracts. So you actually capture this, which is something that we have done. And then we also expanded the fleet last year with 33%. So we bought 18 new vessels in the very, very beginning of the year in February. And we followed that up with contracting another 7 in the middle of the year for delivery later. But obviously that expands your earning capacity. So I will say it's a combination of many factors, but overall, yes, as you allude to, very happy about that result. And as you are, I'm sure, are aware, we plowed back most of that to our shareholders. We paid out 500 million, a little bit more than 500 million in dividends as well, which is our strategy to return capital to our shareholders when we can.
How do you find the right dividend policy? Is it easy? Is it discussion with the board? What do you feel like is there a clear philosophy in how much dividends you should give, or is it very complicated answer depending on should you do more investments? How does the market look? How do you calculate that dividend policy?
I mean, first and foremost, it's always a board decision, the amount of dividend that we will pay out. But how the dynamics work is that the management will propose a dividend, and then the board will approve and or reject that. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. But the capital allocation strategy, which is how do you, allocate that the capital that you make? Do you pay down debt? Do you keep it in your pocket? Do you invest? Is of course a huge topic and a very integral part of the strategy discussions in general. But what we have set as being our corporate strategy is that we want to pay back a significant part of our dividends to our shareholders, always, of course, under the considerations of market or other opportunities. What it boils down to really is that if you have money in your hand and you do not have any investment opportunities that can give your shareholders a decent return, you should pay that money back to your shareholders for them to either invest somewhere else or reinvest into the company if they continue to believe in Golden Ocean, or if they want to increase their stake in Golden Ocean. So that's the principal philosophy that we have. Really, the money sits best in the pocket of our shareholders. But of course, you can only have that strategy the minute that you have a good cash position on your balance sheet. We have around $350 million in cash, so we have for a rainy day. And at the same time as you have paid down your debt to a reasonable level, which you also have, we have only about 42% loan to value at the moment. So these are the considerations, and of course you look at what you have fixed forward and what your market expectations are and all of these things. So there's no fixed formula in Golden Ocean, but it's a fluid discussion every quarter. But our overall policy is to plow back as much money as we can to our shareholders. That's kind of our starting point.